if Zeus is going to opt into it. Like you said, could go back to the Rumble, but with the Azir, who does a lot of damage.
I love the GP, actually. Oh, the Jace top you mentioned. I mean, you need some sort of extra damage here, I think, in this composition. The Fiora isn't going to be it. The Renekton is going to be the middle ground here. And they're going to actually opt to the Cassandra. This pick, I like the
white there just yet, but he might even just move straight towards the Krugs. And yeah, the chickens are also coming on through here as there's the all-out from Zeus because he's in the area. And there he is, he flashes over, gets himself first blood on this Nocturne.
It's just really hard forcing side. So there's a bit of a clock ticking here. I think T1 should feel comfortable holding on.
Faker just doing a fair bit of damage, but there is the Justice Punch. They try to lock this one down. Pop Blossom's only on a 2. Faker keeps himself alive. Carry is getting relatively low, and now BDD is in an awkward position. Keen gets on over and grabs the kill, though. Another all-out flies down, and Cuz is going to be dead. KT claimed position of this Rift Herald pit. And we'll see whether they'll be able to get any more here. Saplings are going to be thrown in as Keen going to get headbutted out. One of the values of this Alistar is Keen dives back in once again. Lahens is dead, and they're just keeping them at arm's length. BDD is available. Still, T1 do get relatively split up. Still, they're able to collect themselves this dragon very comfortably. Cuz time, a Drake apiece, and it's a cloud and an ocean. As, all right, they're going to see whether they can grab an advantage here as the Paranoia comes in. Cuz tanks the entire culling. True Shot Barrage goes wide, and she's going to go golden. Okay, can they lock it down? Aiming does manage to get the kill as Cuz is looking to try and flash away. Lahens is pretty dangerous, but Zeus is moving in as well, and there's another kill. So congratulations, KT. You managed to kill Gumayusi, but you lost 3 in the process.
Oh, Guma played that so well, and T1 were ready for it, and KT gets the kill, but ultimately dies here in the process, and with Zeus showing up, Cuz goes down too.
Well, now Faker is going to deliver Keen to his team. Let's see whether they can take him down. The Counter-Strike is a fair bit of value as Carry is tanking up this turret. He tries to turn it with that last turret shot, but it's not going to work out. True Shot Barrage flying up, wants to try and find the cow, but it's for the team. And will True Shot Barrage own it here as BDD wants to try and steal it away, but it's not going to work out. So
much KT can do in response, especially with Owner here on the flank. And it is respected by KT Rolster. No one's going to get caught by this Maokai.
Yeah, Emperor's Device is jumping on over. There is no turret here, mind you. And so Keen deciding that he's going to need to try and turn this. There's a Paranoia as Keen moving towards this Sun Disc, and they realize that there's no Nocturne coming because he just wasn't in range. They tried to fake it out. And Keen now going to press that Counter-Strike button. Looks for a bit of a stun, but I mean, he was always going to die. And now a Baron is being started here by T1. They are wasting absolutely no time with this.
T1's macro on point again. And where is the entry point for BDD? He really needs to get in here. Yeah. He's on a flank potentially.
Does have a teleport available, but it's going to be very, very late, and he's quite far away as Aiming's trying to kite them as best he can. Nature's Grasp comes in. That's the Baron going to T1. Can they get out of here is the question. There's a flash Pop Blossom onto 2, but they're 2 pretty tanky boys as Zeus pulls Aiming out of this fight. He's going all out, and Aiming is trying to get this kill, but he's not even going to be able to. And BDD dies to Faker in the process. Cuz is flashing in, but it looks like it's out of frustration. And I think Carrier might die, but it takes them a while to even do that.
Oh man, Zeus is playing this game so beautifully. BDD is engaged, completely nullified by Zeus pulling that Ezreal out.
Yeah, and Zeus is now, turns out. So Carrier, he's going to go in as well. This inner turret, not long for the world, will be taken down. Keen survives, but his structures are certainly not. True Shot.
The Underdogs against D+, but in this series, they massively were. Is Pop Blossom?
Yeah, going to land on a Faker, but otherwise, BDD is just dead.
He's just dead. And going back to my point, I mean, T1 are showing up big, and we might have an upset on our hands here. I mean, 5,000 gold the lead here right now.
This very early Ezreal pick is what really worries me the most. Because if that's where we are, well, True Shot Barrage is going to discover that this Baron is being taken. BDD going to get a bit of a snare onto Zeus. As Cuz dives in, he'll deliver a Gargoyle as well as Keen wants to find a Counter-Strike. They get into the backline as Faker takes a fair bit of damage. He then dives forward. Gumayusi gets a double, and KT are too busy trying to deal with Zeus to be able to do anything about it. And Zeus might die. No, he's not. He's absolutely fine. Keen's going to be able to take down Faker, but not before getting a good old patented thumbs up. And T1 back on the Baron now, aiming, trying to get to work. Misses a whole bunch of
No
Qs.
way.
And if Zeus just comes over and kills him, that would be so very sad.
Oh my God.
He's going to do it.
Oh,
Going to help out.
Oh man, I don't know if you recover from this, KT. I don't know. The same is happening, but it's been more finesse from T1, not just an early lead with a Rumble taking a 2,000 gold lead at 8 minutes. T1 just absolutely dumpstering them here a little bit, I have to say, and this is not close. It's not close at all.
Well, it's not. There is still more to play for after this, but this is looking like T1 are turning this series on its head. A lot of low health bars, though, as T1 do get out of here. Sentinel going to turn up. There's the paranoia. BDD looking for that angle if he can find it. As there he goes, headbutt just to get rid of him. Carrier's going to go golden, and Taunt does come through onto Zeus, but he's so tanky. And the wallets are starting to really get heavy in this one. Ona dives forward. Oh my goodness, a passive getting him all of his health back. And Ezreal from back in the base.
He is not getting any big pop blossoms escape. Excuse me.
Blossoms.
Plop blossoms right now. He's got Anathema's chains built up, and T1 just taking out these inhibitors. The road to victory here for KT now. So much.
Does pretty crazy things. This was, remember, first pick on the red side for T1, and they absolutely made it work. 1-1 and 12 on the Alistar. They'll clean up the rest of this base, taking them a little bit of time here. Glad we got through the replays, as we've got a big old flanking teleport here from Keen. One last ditch effort here for KT as they look to defend their last remaining Nexus turret. Keen's walking in. They're looking to get on top of Gumayushi as the Emperor's Divide is fantastic. That's going to keep them away from the President. Land's going to be taken down here as, once again, Carrier playing bouncer. Zeus doing the same thing. The Q3 is going to be fantastic. Faker picking up a bunch of kills. And yeah, Keen, you've got a really cool counter-strike, but I don't think it's going to be saving this game. Aiming back onto the fountain. Gumayushi going to lock down that kill, and T1 will dominate KT in game number 3. Game 1, not close. Game 2, even not closer, but on the side of T1. And game 3 looks like the snowball is well and truly rolling down the hill.
Zeus is just showing up tonight, and how many times has this player been criticized for big best of fives, finals performances that didn't meet expectations? Today,